Hello, before beginning, I would like to thank you for the opportunity you're giving to me to share my art and also to introduce myself and share a part of me too. So, just to start talking about my art, I would like to say that I couldn't find perhaps the exactly words to describe what my art is in about the style or perhaps the movement. I'm very inspired, but in order that I've been studying also, I have found that I'm very influenced by the Impressionism, by the Preraphaelism, and also by the Surrealism too. And yes, that's why I wanted to share maybe this piece because I think it has many things I like to do, I like to create. This piece is called My Bittersweet Melody, which was inspired at first by a very romantic moment I had here in France. It was with a boy I met, and we had a very first date in the forest. And I should say that I always wanted to have a date in the middle of the forest and with all the trees and animals and music and wine and everything that you can imagine as a romantic date. But but I also that felt like I was going to fall in love with this person, and that's why I started to create this painting. But then I realized that it was not that I was falling for this person. It was actually the beginning that I was starting to fall in love with friends. I always wanted also to wake up and listen to nature or be able to watch the sunset, the sunrise into the trees, through the trees, through my window, and that's what I have right now. It's something I always wanted, and not to wake up and listen to noise of the street, perhaps. So I that moment I realized that I was accomplishing something I always thought that it was not ever going to happen. So it came up really. So I wanted to portray that moment too. So this happened in the surroundings of Juan, and it portrays a lot about the blues, blue, about the blues of the sky, of the sunset. I really like when you can see from very far distance, and you be able to see like lines and shapes of in blues of the mountains and the sky. It's for me it's very impressive here to watch this. And also I try to put also the moon that I was able to see there. And I know this is not really possible to do, but with this person I learned how to listen to nature, how to listen to the silence of nature, and how to realize when there are animals close. So he taught me how to appreciate these things, and we were able to watch the roe deers, which are very famous here in France, as you know. And it was so beautiful, so magical. Like the only thing I could see, I could saw from the far away was the little tail, wild white tail they have. So it was very sweet moment. And I also try to portray the colors of the sunset, which are very for me it is very inspiring everywhere, but here they have something special, maybe because I can find it through the trees and through the mountains, I don't know. And also I put some birds here because for me he was like a free man, and he was also trying to let you know that he's a free man, that he wants to explore around more France. So here he taught me a lot, and I really, really, really appreciate it. And it's called Bitter because at the end we were not in the same path. So talking about that, but I really, really loved this moment because I realized that I'm here, that I'm accomplishing something. And talking about techniques, I really like to explore more into watercolors like this, which is like a overlay effect where I superpose many elements. It's the very first time I've made this with watercolors. That's why maybe it's also one of my favorite paintings. And I like to put many spots here around in order to find some shape, to find some forms. And that's why I can say maybe that I am very influenced by the Impressionism because I like to portray more the moment than the reality as it is. Yes, that's my piece. It's my favorite one, and thanks for letting me sharing this with you. I hope to really see you soon. I hope I can learn with you more about techniques, more about perhaps expressing better myself, and I'll be looking forward for your answer. Thank you very much for listening. It's my pleasure.